In this video, we're going to look at how to use the PDA application. To load the application, click the Windows icon and then the Leisureshield icon. So to take you through the buttons that appear on the main menu, first there is the Ad Hoc button, which is used when you are performing a non-scheduled test. Then we have the Synchronization button, which is the button you push after every test. You have the Load button, which is to reload tests that you have saved and exited whilst halfway through. You have a Login button for obviously logging in, a Test button to start a test, Exit to exit the application, and a Review button that will allow you to review tests before you synchronize. Another important button is the Keyboard button at the top right, which allows you to pull out and put away the keyboard. I am actually using an external keyboard for the purpose of the demonstration, so I won't be using that button. So to log in, click the Login button and type in your username and password and click Log In. You'll notice, because I'm logged in as an administrator, there's another button here called the Settings button. That won't be available when you log into the system. Normal practice of synchronization is to synchronize the device after every test. However, for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to synchronize it before the test. Synchronization can take a few seconds or it can take a few minutes, depending on the speed of the connection. Halfway through the synchronization process, you land on the page that allows you to tell the PDA what tests you would like to download to the device. Tests that are available to be downloaded to the device depend upon the user that is logged in and the tests that have been scheduled for that user. If no tests have been scheduled for the user or the user group that the user belongs to, then no tests will be available to download at this point. Select the test you want to download by checking the box and then clicking OK. So you're now ready to start a test, and to do that, click the Test button. And if there are any tests available to do at this time, they will appear on the screen. To select the test you want to perform, check the box against it. The PDA then tells you what location to go to first. Click the OK button in the pop-up. When you get to the location, find the barcode and point the PDA at the barcode about 1 to 2 feet away from it and push the Scan button. The page that you land on is the questions page, and at the top you have the location that you're in. Then you have the equipment that you're going to be answering questions about. Then you have the question itself with the response options. And with this button, you can add notes to positively answered questions. Here you have the help note that associates with the question, and here you have further action buttons. Notice at the top you have the keyboard button, and you also have the test state button. You can optionally click this button to bring out a menu with various options in it. Click the test state to see where you are in the test itself. This option is very handy when you can't get into a location for whatever reason. To find where the locations are in the test, click the little button at the top to see the list. You can either walk to the next location in the list and scan the barcode to continue with the test, or you can select whatever location you want to from this list and hit Go To. Any skipped locations in this way automatically are sent to the end of the test for you to complete it later on. So I'll just cancel that in order to show you the rest of the options in the test state button. I've shown you view test state, so you can skip a location or skip a piece of equipment in a location. You can also save a test, or you can save and exit a test in order to come back to it later. To come back to a test that you have saved and exited, use the Load button on the main menu and select the test from the list. The PDA will then take you to the location that you were last in during that test. Okay, so let's move on with the test. The question here is the extinguisher the correct type in the correct location and the pins tags are in place? And I will fail this one in order to show you what happens next. You land on the failed questions page, which has several options, including take a picture. Click this if you want to add a picture to your report. Click the Add button, and then using the button on the side of the PDA and holding the camera steady, take the picture. However, for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to cancel this, but if you do want to add more, just use the Add button. Click OK to move on. The next option is the Rectifications checkbox. This should only be used if the fix of the equipment requires an engineer. If you do check this box and then synchronize the device after the test, an email alert goes to engineering to tell them about the fault and requests their presence to fix it. so you shouldn't have to use it for the vast majority of the time, as most small fixes can be sorted in-house. For the purpose of the demonstration, I will check the box. Also note that if you have made a mistake in answering the question, you can simply use the back button on the right hand side here to go back to the original question. This allows you to correct your mistake, however I will fail it just to continue with the demonstration. If you have failed a question, you have to write a comment, and it's very good practice to write as much detail in here as possible. You also have at the foot of the page here the next action prompt, which is advice as to what to do next if that particular question fails. Once you're happy, click the next button, and in this instance it's telling me to go to the studio, so click the OK button, and again, once in location, find the barcode and scan it. And for the purpose of the demonstration, I'll pass this test and move on to the next stage. In this particular demonstration test, this next stage is the review stage. This allows you to review all questions that you've answered during the test and optionally add comments. Once you are happy with everything, click here and enter your full name. And once you have done that, click the field below and sign your name. Click the Done button to return to the main menu. You must now synchronize the device to send the information back to the main database. Click the Sync button to do so. It is worth pointing out that during the synchronization stage, any failed questions will trigger the email alert system to send emails to the relevant personnel. It will also send emails to engineering if the rectifications checkbox was used. Synchronizing the device after each test is best practice, as the system will look for any new scheduled tests at the same time. Additionally, it is worth keeping an eye on the PDA, as it will alert you when the next test is due. If you do encounter any issues along the way, you can contact support at support@fidelitysystems.co.uk or telephone 01482 223 556. Thank you for using Leisureshield, and thank you for listening and watching.